Hey, welcome to Koinos Concepts. Koinos Concepts is a short mini-series of presentations designed to give a brief but detailed introduction to the Koinos blockchain. Part 2. Why was Koinos developed? The Koinos blockchain has two big concepts on why it was developed. The first one is going to be modular upgradability. Blockchain design is a complicated endeavor, and attempting to include everything at launch is often a recipe for failure. Monolithic blockchains often try to launch perfectly because upgrading with a hard fork is a risky proposition. We've often seen that there are new blockchains being born, and what they show is an incremental upgrade. And that's because blockchains have a hard time hard forking or have difficulties in the technical implementation. There are new blockchains coming out in order to incrementally provide the improvement that a previous blockchain had troubles implementing. And improvements in technology often come at small waves at first before it comes as a tsunami. When blockchains build communities over these smaller waves of improvements, and then a sudden tsunami of tech appears, it becomes very difficult for a blockchain to capture that improvement if it wasn't designed with upgradability in mind. Modular upgradability allows Koinos to improve incrementally without disturbing the ecosystem it works so hard to create. The future ultimately is upgradable. In order to future-proof the blockchain, you must design a blockchain around the intent to upgrade without hard forks. You also don't have to design everything at the beginning, you just create a system that's able to improve itself. So the second reason why the Koinos blockchain was developed is that fees hinder network growth. There's a common misnomer that fees support the network. Gas fees do not support the network. And if you need proof, you can look at every single blockchain trying to reduce fees to near zero. Why is it that we can't actually just make it zero? Well, gas is really designed to be a spam mitigation tool. They're designed to prevent people from performing unlimited transactions. So if you can build a different spam mitigation tool, you effectively can get rid of gas fees. So why does a feeless blockchain actually make sense? Having a feeless blockchain equates to having network growth. Can we name some of the services that are actually free to the end user? Look at Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Signal, and even MetaMask. All of these services depend on the size of the network, and the size of the network tends to equate to the value of the network. So level 1 blockchains need network size in order to be successful. It is the belief that scaling can really only be achieved if the service is free to the end user. I'm not talking about the blockchain itself scaling, but scaling the user base. Now, it's important to note that on Koinos, the end user is actually not the dApp developer. The end user is actually the user who uses the applications built on Koinos. Koinos itself is a set of tools that helps other businesses, the developers, build their decentralized applications so that they can serve the end user. So Koinos is built with this B2B to C model, where Koinos is the first business, and they're selling to another business, which is the developer, and then finally to the consumer, which is the end user. Ultimately, it's the end user that experiences the free blockchain because the developer still has to put in resources to create their decentralized applications. So that's it for this lesson of the Koinos concept. You can visit koinosforum.com for more information where you'll find 2 to 10 minute videos focusing on all the big ideas of Koinos.